This is Bruce Boudreau, head coach of the Vancouver Canucks, and it's time for Clay's Canucks commentary live. Let's go with Clay right now.
Hey Canucks fans, and welcome to Clay's Canucks commentary live, presented to you by Van City Experts Real Estate. I am Clay Emo, Canuck Clay, and this is my Canucks take, all in one take, for Sunday, December the 4th. If you're new, here's what you should do. Hit the subscribe button now for daily Canucks insight that's positive, timely, and trustworthy. Thanks to all my moderators in advance. I appreciate you. Thanks to members, legends, Hall of Fame and franchise members. We had our monthly Zoom chat for Hall of Fame and legend members just earlier tonight. Dropped some sneak peeks of a couple things, or at least some news. So that's what you're missing out if you're not a Hall of Fame or a legend member. So thank you to all of you. And thanks to all of you watching right now, no matter where you're watching from. Whether you're in my beautiful neighborhood of Steveston, in Richmond, in the city, in the province, Lower Mainland, in the province, country, continent, or around the world. Thank you for being here. You know that I don't take you for granted, especially on a Sunday night. I know that you could be doing anything else, watching anyone else, but the fact that you are here when you could be getting ready for your work week or whatever it may be, your school week, thank you for spending some of your important time with me. As always, I invite you to subscribe so you can get active in the comments, in the chat section. I invite you to like this video. There are 40 of you in here already, which is awesome. That's a really, really good start. But I do invite you to definitely, I actually like the video. There's 12 of you that have liked it so far. Thank you, but we need more. So like the video. I also invite you to donate if you want to. You can always get the donation train out of the station. Of course, you can gift memberships, which is just like a donation, upgrade your membership, or become a member, any of those things. And especially, like I said, the most important thing to me is that you're engaging with one another in the comment section. If you're in the chat section, if you are listening on a podcast platform, make sure you rate and review as always. And then don't forget that I go for the first 15 minutes or so. Then I'll turn it over to you for the second 15 minutes. And then we will end the podcast part and then play some games that we do, like we always do on Sunday night. And generally, I don't read a lot of comments in the first half because I want to make sure I get my words, my thoughts in. But if it's something this nice, Birdie, thank you. I could be sleeping, but I am watching my favorite YouTuber of all time. So I appreciate that. I don't know if that means that you should get more YouTubers into your rotation, but you know how much I appreciate you, Birdie. Thank you for that really kind comment as well. I'm just going to tweet out this video, and I encourage you to do so as well. If you're on Twitter or Facebook or Instagram, wherever, just tweet out that you're live right now with Canuck Clay and invite people to come join us. I'm going to do that right now. I'm live on YouTube. I was supposed to do this when we started. I'm live on YouTube right now. Come join me. Simple as that. Post the link, and we'll see if that makes any difference. So thanks everyone for being here, and we will get started in a second. By the way, I'm drinking a Shirley Temple today, not a Pepsi, not a water, but we had some orange juice, so I picked up some Sprite. We had some grenadine, so therefore I am indeed having a Shirley Temple. And one story before we get going here. I want to share a really cool story that just happened this evening throughout the day on Twitter. But I just want to share with you one thing before we get into the Brock Boeser stuff that I want to talk about. So you may have seen this today, and I want to share this with you right now. So you may have seen this today, and there's a guy named Daryl Martins earlier, like at 1:30 p.m. says, after leaving the Capitals game, my special needs son slipped on the ice, not Rogers Arena ice, outside. His face required stitches. A woman whose name is Roxanne and is a nurse helped me bandage his face and walk him to my car. I want to give her tickets to a future game. Canucks, please help me find her. And unfortunate that his son had the nasty fall, of course, in the stitches around his right eye. Well, you can see it was retweeted 220 times. It was quote tweeted 18 times. It was liked by almost 700 people. And the cool, make a long story short, we have found Roxanne. We have found the nurse that helped Daryl's son, which is pretty cool. Everyone did their part. Obviously, there was over 200 people that shared it. I may have had a direct part in that unintentionally. And this isn't about me, but my good friend Kathy, who lives in Iowa, she actually is a doctor, and she either saw my retweet or she may have seen Daryl's original tweet, fine, or she may have seen someone else retweet. Doesn't matter who she saw, but she had the wherewithal to tweet, to tag a doctor here named Rod, which is pretty cool. And he's right here, actually. So Rod, if I can find it, actually, I should go to Kathy's tweet first. But basically, Kathy was the one who... There, Kathy, my friend, says Roxanne has been identified. So then you go on Kathy's Twitter, and she's in Iowa City. She's from here, Vancouver Canucks fan. Good friend of ours. Actually, Kathy and Dave, her husband, are godparents to Kayla. And she said, anyone in Vancouver know a nurse named Roxanne who's also a Canucks fan? And then she tagged this doctor from here named Rod. Well, the cool thing is, Rod was the one... Actually, I'm messing this up for you guys, but it's so cool. So then what ended up happening from here is Rod says, don't work with any Roxannes in case of any of my healthcare followers know a nurse Roxanne who was at the game. Please reply to Daryl. I will also post on my Facebook page. And then he says, I think we have identified her and we have a confirmation. A friend of mine saw my post on Facebook and reached out to her nurse friend Roxanne, and indeed it was her at the Canucks game. Daryl, I will DM you her info. She's not on Twitter. The nice side of Canucks Twitter. So what a great story right there. And I might not have nothing to do with it, and that's not the point. The point is a bunch of people, a bunch of strangers coming together to find Roxanne so then Daryl can properly thank her. So pretty cool. It's not going to have the same, it's not going to get the same legs that, say, the Nadia Popovic and Red Hamilton story had, but I think it was a pretty cool story nonetheless. So a nice way to come into this stream tonight. And yeah, people are saying, good job, Clay. Thank you, Coach Rob. If Kathy saw my tweet, then awesome. I'm thrilled, but there's 220 of us that were sharing the story. So you may have seen mine. She may have seen someone else's. She may have seen the original. Regardless, that's the whole point of these things, as we try and get the word out. But thank you. And I'm thrilled that Daryl will be able to get in touch with Roxanne. Friends, let me talk about this Brock Boeser saga. You might know a lot about it already, and we had some new info today, but I'm going to talk for about 6 or 7 minutes, and then I'm going to turn it over to you. And basically, my question to you, don't type it in now, though, right now, because, I want to acknowledge this. Brian says, my best friend passed away last night. He was a big Canucks fan with me. Rest in peace, Glenn Shannon. Yes, indeed, rest in peace to Glenn. Brian, I will say a prayer for Glenn when I go for, I'll pray for him tonight, and then I'll pray for him during my holy hour on Tuesday. As you know, I have my church hour. So I'm going to talk about Brock Boeser for the next 6 or 7 minutes, and then I'm going to turn it over to you. I'm basically going to ask you what you think is going to happen and what you want to happen for Boeser. You can type it in now and engage with other people, but I won't see it until I ask for your opinion once again in about 5 or 7 minutes. So the Brock Boeser saga. And if you watched my game over Vancouver, you heard some of this already, but I'm going to go through it pretty quick without any commentary and in my own opinion, because I want your opinion. And then I want to get your thoughts. So here we go. Yesterday morning, Canucks practice ahead of their game against Arizona Coyotes. Brock Boeser is the 13th skater. Oh, by the way, we have a new member. Let's welcome JT Miller back to franchise membership. That is awesome. Thanks JT. Appreciate that for sure. Brock Boeser is the extra skater at practice. Dakota Joshua takes his place on the second power play unit, and it sounds like Brock's going to be a healthy scratch. Bruce Boudreau calls it tough love. Some astute people remember that it was the Hockey Fights Cancer night last night, but it didn't really pick up steam until later in the day. So we think Dakota Joshua is going to play. Then Dakota Joshua wakes up from his pregame nap, comes to the arena, and can't go. Either he's sick or he's got an injury that won't let him play. Meanwhile, at around 5 o'clock on Hockey Night in Canada, Elliot Friedman, on the first intermission of the early game, there's a doubleheader, says that the Canucks have given Boeser's agent permission to speak to other teams to possibly work out a trade. Now, what's important about this is usually when you hear the team gives the agent permission to seek out a trade, that usually means the team has already tried to trade this player. I'm not saying this is the case for the Canucks, but that's usually what it means. Think of the Michael DiPietro situation earlier this year, that that the Canucks tried to find a fit for DiPietro on their own. They couldn't. So then they said to DiPietro's people, go ahead and try and broker a trade or at least get some interest. So that's what Elliot Friedman reported around 5 o'clock. Then the Canucks come out for their warm-up at 6:30. Dakota Joshua is nowhere to be found. And Brock Boeser is out in warm-up wearing the beautiful white and pink Canucks Hockey Fights Cancer jerseys. They all have the name of someone they want to fight for or play for. And he's got Dookie on the back of his jersey after his late father, Duke Boeser, who succumbed to a battle with many health issues, but cancer was indeed one of them. So obviously this was a big moment for Brock. Brock scores the game-tying goal in the third period. Brock almost wins the game for the Canucks in overtime. After he scores that goal in the third period, it looks like he's going to cry, quite frankly, as he's going to the bench. It was a beautiful scene. You could tell he was emotional. He was emotional on the bench. You know that he was playing for his dad. The Canucks win in overtime. Then they interview Brock, but it doesn't get posted on social media. And he said this game meant a lot for him. It was circled on the calendar because it was Hockey Fights Cancer. So when he came to the practice in the morning and he did not see his name on the whiteboard, meaning he wasn't part of the 12 forwards that were going to be dressed, it said it hurt a lot. It hurt a lot. But he does say that things happen for a reason. Sounds like a very Christian thing to say, as I said in my vlog earlier today. And sure enough, he gets in the game and he's instrumental in the Canucks winning the game. Jeff Patterson asks him, what do you think about these trade rumors? Are there any truth to them? And he basically says, I don't want to comment on that. It's already been too emotional of a day. And, and that was fine. I thought the question was fine. And I thought Brock's answer was fine. Unlike Ben Kuzma at the end of last year, where he's kind of, needling at Brock a little bit. But that's for another vlog. You guys remember that at the year-end press conference last year. So then all this happened. So you had two things happening on the same day. The fact that Brock wasn't going to play on Hockey Fights Cancer Night, then does play and plays so well. And then you have the trade rumors that were on Hockey Night in Canada. To follow up today, Thomas Drance and Rick Dollywall put a new article up on The Athletic that said Brock Boeser has never asked to be traded, which isn't contrary to what we heard. I think a lot of people jumped to the conclusion that Boeser wants out. But all we knew yesterday was that the Canucks have given the agent permission to talk to other teams. It doesn't mean that the agent is going to talk to other teams. It's basically the Canucks saying that you go ahead if you want to and talk to other teams. So that's not to say that Boeser wants out. It's not to say that he doesn't want out. Maybe he does want a change in scenery. But what it does tell me is the Canucks likely are open to moving him, have maybe tried to move him unsuccessfully. And as I talked about yesterday, Boeser only has 4 goals this season, on pace for about 16 goals as opposed to the 30 that he wanted to hit so badly. Still plays well defensively, still really good hockey IQ, not the fastest skater, not the best passer. So there's pros and cons to his game like anyone else. There's this contract, which is the big factor. He's the second highest paid forward on the team behind PD. PD makes 7.35. Boeser makes 6.65 this year, next year, and the year after. So he's in year 1 of a 3-year contract. And finally, as part of that article in The Athletic, Drance and Dollywall also said the Canucks aren't looking to move PD, Hughes, Miller, or Demko, but they're looking to move some secondary pieces that admittedly cost a lot, and that's Brock Boeser, 6.65, Connor Garland, 4.95, Tanner Pearson, who makes 3 point something. What does he make? 3.25. And then Tyler Myers, who makes $6 million. So there's a lot of money there that the Canucks could free up if they found takers for Brock Boeser. So all of that happens yesterday. Healthy scratch, then mysteriously playing, scoring a goal, almost winning the goal in overtime, Hockey Fights Cancer, tribute to Dookie, Hockey Night in Canada, Elliot Friedman, Canucks giving permission to Boeser's agent to seek out a trading partner. All that happens on one night. And we were joking around in the Zoom chat, the members Zoom chat earlier, that the Canucks are just never free from drama. You go back 2 days ago, it was Roberto Luongo, Ring of Honor or jersey retirement. You go back a few days earlier than that, it was the Rachel Dory situation. There's always something big happening with the Vancouver Canucks. So now, I will turn it over to you. I will do my mid-show sponsor read, and then I'll turn it over to you. I want to know your thoughts on the situation. One thing I forgot to mention, a very important part, is that Bruce Boudreau said that he did not know that it was Hockey Fights Cancer Night. Now, what he stopped short of saying, he didn't say, if I had known it was Hockey Fights Cancer, then of course I'm going to play Brock Boeser because of his relationship with his dad. He didn't say that. All Bruce Boudreau said was he did not know that it was Hockey Fights Cancer Night. So that's another layer to the story. Should Boudreau have known? Why would he know? He's just worried about icing a lineup that's going to help him win the game. He doesn't particularly care or know of all the dozen theme nights that the Canucks do. And I've seen a lot of people on Twitter saying, how could Boudreau not know? Someone had to know. Someone, I'm sure him or his coaches knew. And others are saying, no, cut the guy some slack. He doesn't care about the theme nights. He just cares about winning. And then there's a thought, well, shouldn't someone in Canucks PR or Canucks community or Canucks charitable or Canucks communication, should they have come down and at least let Boudreau know? So there's that part as well. All right, going forward though, now I will do my mid-show sponsor read, and then I would love to get to your feedback about this topic. What are you thinking? How are you feeling? Do you feel bad for Boeser? What do you think is going to happen? What do you want to happen? Anything you want to talk about Boeser, I will do my best to answer as many questions as I can. Shout out to my primary sponsor, Van City Experts Real Estate. Contact Jason Lim and his team for all of your real estate needs. Thank you to my secondary sponsor, Perform and Transform, personal training and weight loss. Sign up now for a free 7-day trial. Use the link in my video description. No, use the link that's scrolling across the bottom of your screen, performandtransform.ca/CanuckClay, and Coach Patrick will contact you. Thank you to Gassy Jack Art, making this fine artwork. Thank you to Monkey 9 Brewing, my eternal sponsor. And thank you to Vessi Footwear. Use the discount code CanuckClay at checkout at Vessi.com and receive $15 off every pair of Vessi shoes that you buy. As well, a reminder that to subscribe so you can get active in the chat, like the video, leave a donation, gift a membership, become a member, upgrade your membership, and most importantly, yes, comment in the chat section. And if you're on a podcast platform, rate and review. I appreciate you as always. There are 110 of you in here. That is amazing. Thank you for being here with me. You guys know I'm not giving anything away tonight, right? So 110 of you in here, 33 likes. Let's get that up to closer to 50, and then we will keep on going. So let's get to some of your comments, and thank you for being with me here tonight. Fangirl, I honestly, I don't know if Boeser gets traded or not. Just a confusing situation. J Kidd, yes, I agree. J Kidd, changing the coaching staff still possible? Yeah, especially if the Canucks don't do well in the next couple of weeks. Jay-Z, Bruce is focused on getting the team more wins. I think it makes sense that he didn't know. So JS does, I think I said Jay-Z. JS does believe Boudreau when he says he didn't know. Jasker, Boeser has to say, I want someone like Garland or Pearson move. This management doesn't like to move the bad contracts, but decides to move the good players. Brian, I feel bad for Brock playing games with his head. Taylor, I don't know. It just says a square. Oh no, looks like sunglasses or something. I can't see it on my screen. Birdie, if Brock leaves, who will take his power play spot, and what team will take him? And for what would be cool if he went to the Wild? Kuzmenko's already taken his first power play spot. What team would take him? I think a lot of teams would take him if they have cap space and they don't have to give up too much. That's the part about trades that are so tricky. It's got to work for both teams. Are Canucks becoming a drama queen? Hey, Byrne, I don't know about drama queen, but they certainly have a lot of drama following them. How come every time Marie Huey sings the national anthem, Canucks tend to play bad and also lose? She sang against Florida and they were horrifically bad. I don't think it has anything to do with the anthems, Peter, quite frankly. And that's not because Marie and I are really good friends. Bruce, I have to admit, Boeser played okay in the last game, but Boeser shouldn't pick and choose which games are important to him. All games should be important. Yeah, Bruce, I hear what you're saying. I don't think he's choosing, but maybe it's just he's effective at different times. Angela says, give Boeser another year. Tyler, do you think it's worth it to trade players like Boeser, Garland, to sign Kuzmenko? I do think when you highlight all three guys in the same comment, I don't think you need all three of those guys, quite frankly. So, yeah, I think it's worth trading at least one of Boeser or Garland. Japan 4 says, Fangirl, this is a business. Who cares if Boeser wants to stay? What he has done to deserve to stay here and getting paid 6.65 is BS. Oh, IMO, in my opinion. I thought you were trying to spell out my last name, Japan 4. Thoughts on what we can get in return for Boeser? I'm thinking maybe a second-round draft pick and a player, maybe. We might have to attach a sweetener if a team's in cap trouble. Very tough to say. We might have to take a bad contract back. But I think we're looking at either a roster player or a high draft pick, but it won't be a first-rounder. Jaskrin, when I saw the game Hurdle, I thought it was the exact copy of Ordo. I thought it would still be good, though. Yeah, Jaskrin, I got your message. Thank you. I'm not looking to add another game. We're already playing 3, but I will definitely try it out on my own time and keep that in mind. Thank you. How confident am I that we can beat Montreal? Very confident. Yeah, I'm going to go out on a limb and say we're going to win tomorrow. Bruce, if of any game that Boeser should have played well was the last game in Minnesota, where his dad attended but played terrible. Yeah, I'm not going to get into which games he's good and which games he was bad. Coach Rob, gifts of membership. Thank you. I'm just trying to see who that goes to. Dun, 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 dun. And it goes to Taylor Betts. So thank you, Coach Rob. In essence, a $5 donation. And it's a win-win because it's like a donation and then Taylor Betts becomes a member for a month. So it's like a donation. So that means it's like a donation train. Choo-choo. Thank you, Coach Rob, for that donation. Peter, the ideal line mate for Brock are Petey and Mikheyev. Petey with his lethal shot and playmaking ability, and Mikheyev's speed. Yep, I think that would make sense. And that's why we saw Brock replace Hsmfangirl, not Mikheyev, on that line yesterday. What do you think we could get in return for Brock? If you could, I just answered that. Second rounder and a player. Brian, I'm very confident that the Canucks can beat the Habs. Me too. Birdie, would it be better to trade Bo or Boeser first and why? Well, you're going to get a lot more for Bo, for sure. But the Canucks got to make sure they're comfortable with that decision. I think Hsmfangirl is the better player among Boeser and Garland. And he's a lot cheaper, and hopefully it's not just a fluke. I thought Boeser could have had a slow start due to his wrist surgery, absolutely, or at least, he had an injury related to it. I think basically a cut didn't heal properly. I think once Boeser hurt his back, he really hasn't been the same since. Yeah, we're going back a few years now, his rookie year. I have a feeling that Bruce Boudreau is focused on the team winning games and did not know about the Hockey Fights cancer. As for Boeser, I think we keep him. Thank you, Shannon. Jaskrin, what other excuses are you going to make for Prince Charming Boeser? Japan 4 getting feisty. It's fine. Again, yes, some love to Coach Rob. Lots of love for Coach Rob. Murray, the problem is that a lot of teams have cap problems. Yes, I heard that 20 teams maybe are using LTIR space already. How do you gift memberships? JT Miller, you click on the dollar icon, and then one of the options, it says super sticker, super chat, membership gifting. So click on the dollar icon underneath the chat as if you were going to make a donation. Jaskrin, we have to win tomorrow. The game will be electric. A lot of Habs fans. Yes, Montreal Canadiens games are always really good. Japan 4 likes to keep it real. I think a lot of people in here also keep it real. They just do it in different ways. But I agree or disagree. I just want people to be honest. That's the biggest thing for me. In Germany, we call a drama queen a person, a club, or organization that is incalculable, a double maker. Okay, that's crazy, Bern. That's good to know. A slightly different connotation here. I want a player whose contract expires after this year in any trade for Brock. So you're willing to take money as long as it's off the books by the summer. Coach Rob says on a laptop or computer, $. You got it. Funk you, the NHL should get in touch with Canada's heritage and have events where teams travel from city to city on the CN Rail, like the old days back in the 20s. That would be a true throwback for sure. Jaskrin, I think we can win tomorrow by injuring Cole Caulfield and Nick Suzuki. I don't think you want to injure players. Do I think Horvat will resign? At the start of the year, I said no. Then I was leaning toward yes, and now I'm leaning towards no again. I don't know about Android, JT Miller. If you're on a computer, for sure. I'm not sure how it works on a mobile, though. Peter, we all know that Steelman and Myers are such a disastrous pairing, but I can't imagine what a Steelman-Pullman pairing. Yes, how about we go with Derman Dermott and Myers or Dermott and Pullman. That's what I want to see. Does Brock play with Miller yet? If not, try that with Barron, Hughes, and Kuzmenko. So Brock, Miller, and Kuzmenko. Then you're going to have Miller in the middle. And I don't think that line is fast enough. Harry Jack, I'm a big Canucks fan and also a fan of Canuck Clay. Thank you, Harry. Why trade players? They should also look at the coaches, trainers. Yeah, you can look at everyone in the organization, but it's a lot... Yeah, I think Bruce Boudreau knows he's on his way out after the season anyways. No, Japan 4, I know that's your favorite line is public skating a Boeser. Edmund, are you shocked when he still hasn't scored a goal yet? Yes and no. He's so talented, but he also got a bad shot. Hey, debut hunters in Germany. Awesome. You should go meet up with Byrne. How you doing? I was saying before they signed Boeser, they should not have given a prove-it deal before he signed, not contracts, not played a full year yet, has not reached 60 points within 5 seasons. Yeah, he's flirted with that number, but he's never broken 60. That is true. Boeser seems injury-prone. Suggest trading him before he gets hurt again. That's a thought. Japan versus Croatia. Oh, hey, Nakata. I want Japan to win. I don't know if they will. I don't know, but they won their pool. Okay, 2-1 Japan. Then let's do it. Half of 4-2. Only showing 3 options. Oh, JT Mirror, that is very kind of you. I think if you jump onto a computer, it'll work. Would love to see, hey man, Ray, this is Fernando from work. I'm allowed to say that. Would love to see Boeser stay. Would rather lose Garland or something. True. But Garland has even less value than Boeser right now. Do you think the possibility of receiving a first and second rounder instead of getting a player for Boeser? I just don't think we get a first for Boeser right now, Chris. I don't. I was going to go to the Caps game, but I had a gut feeling not to go, but I did not listen to my gut. Worst decision of my life. I did not make it to the game and didn't get back home till 3 a.m. Yes, that was a brutal night all around. I get that PD is at RFA next season, but are you worried that he might get frustrated and want out and pull a Matthew Tkachuk and delay the process? I don't think so. I think you got to present a good plan to him, though. There's always that fear, but I don't think that's going to happen. Can we blame the lack of success on Francesco Aquilini's off-the-ice drama? No. It's not a great look, but I'm not going to equate that to the poor performance of the team. I want a Hughes Bear pairing. I also do like the OEL Bear pairing, but Bear plays like a top pair defenseman. Yeah, he's prone to turnovers, but I do like the way he can skate. And you're probably gonna see Hughes and Bear play a bit more together, especially when the Canucks need an instant jolt of offense. Why are people still advocating for Miller at center? Like, bro, what the heck? He such a disaster at center defensively. Yeah, he's a lot better on the wing for sure. Would I reunite the Lotto line next practice to test it out? No, I think Miller and Horvat are playing well together, but I would try Boeser with Petey, but with Mikheyev or Kuzmenko with them. Mr. Joker says these line combinations, they should put all their eggs in one basket. EP, 40, JT, and Kuzmenko. There's a thought. So a new, yeah, that's one combo that they could try. I would trade Boeser for like Drouin. His contract expires after this year and a cap hit of 5.5. Oh, I didn't know that. And what kind of season is Drouin having right now? Hey, Rosero, nice to see you at the game on last night. No, 2 nights ago. Or Thursday night, 3 nights ago. Yes, I agree with Japan 4. Go, Japan, go. I'm betting on Japan. Okay, good luck. $20 on that Japan win. Wow, you guys are very confident. Garland would be a cap dump, indeed. Quinn slowed down. Why is that? And skating slower might be hurt, like playing without. No, I just think he's trying to make smarter decisions. Should we try Podkolzin at center? No. I remember at the beginning of center, his face-off percentage wasn't bad. He's probably young and coachable enough to top the face-off circle. Yeah, funky, but it's more than face-off circle. It's defensive awareness. It's playmaking. I'm not sure Podkolzin at center is the answer. Bruce said Boeser for Drouin. Did you say that earlier or did someone else say that? The Canucks need to be like team from Japan, Samurai Warriors? Yeah, and they should all do their hair up in a bun. That would be awesome. Squiddy, I do think Demko is a top 10 goaltender when he's at his best. Bear better than Hughes right now? I wouldn't go that far. Do I think that Petey and Boeser really work as you suggested? I think you should try it. I really do. They haven't really tried it this year. A lot of fans already seem to be fed up with Alvin and Rutherford. What's your honest opinion then so far? Honestly, my honest opinion is I got to wait to see what they do after this trade deadline. That's going to be my true test for them. Yeah, I know they came in before last year's trade deadline, but I do think they needed some time to get to know what they have on this team. So I'm still okay with them, but I think this summer is going to be the telling tale, so to speak. Pettersson and Kuzmenko need to stay together. Put Mikheyev on Horvat's wing. Yes, but Kuzmenko's a right winger. So I think the reason why you could replace Kuzmenko is Boeser's right winger. So I think that's some of the thinking. Would you do the lotto line? The lotto line is 649. That's a very popular lotto here in Canada. 649. So 6 is Boeser, 40 is Pettersson, and 9 is Miller. No, it's not bubble tea. Don't drink that's crap. I'm just kidding. Didn't offend. I don't drink that stuff. This is a Shirley Temple. Kuzmenko's better than Podkolzin right now. Podkolzin not even in on the team. Who's just playing too much? He played 30 minutes. Yeah, Bruce, but that was because Ekman Larson missed half a period last night. I don't think they'll let Bruce go because they realize he's not the problem. I think they're just going to let him coach out this year. Before I'm going to have to stop you there with a Hughes Bear take. Peter, I have no clue what you just typed there. I want to see Boudreau right Rutherford's fist to fist. You mean fight? You guys don't rush to type out your comments. Like, make sure that you're using proper words here. I want to see Boudreau fight Rutherford, I think is what you're trying to say, Jaskrin. 116 watching, only 46 likes. Come on, y'all. Hit that thumbs up. Yes, Bruce, listen to the legendary Twitter man himself. Actually, someone disliked it because we're down to 45 likes now. But yes, there are 115 in you. Let's get that at least to 50. We can get 5 more likes in the next minute, I'm sure. What return do you get for Garland right now? Not a heck of a lot. Maybe a 3rd round or 4th round pick. It's sad, but it's true. He hasn't scored in so long. Panthers' second goal really shows some of JT's defensive awareness. He came back to cover for Oriel, who pinched the neutral zone. The Panthers' second goal, I can't even remember it now, Angus, to be honest with you. Since Rutherford and Bruce have some sort of beef, they should settle it at WrestleMania. Love it. Love it. We'd love to see PD, Boeser, and Kuzmenko. Yes, but again, Carl, Boeser and Kuzmenko are both right wingers. Autocorrect. Even the season Boeser, when the NHL had that pause, Boeser had just come back for the last game last year. Oh, I see. Talking about how injury prone he is. Good night, Squiddy. How dare I speak? Yeah, I don't drink the stuff, Fernando. That's why I never comment when we have those group chats about who wants bubble tea. Angus, Brock, by the way, 54 likes. Great job, guys. Brock kept up with his winger and actually knocked puck. Bear got to the puck, but another Panther forward knocked it off his stick to the corner. Yeah, I still can't remember the goal you're talking about, Angus, because I know it was only Thursday night, but Birdie, what happened to Demko? He's not your top netminder. He's been good. Sorry, don't know much. No, he had off-season surgery. We're not sure on what. And then he got hurt in the Panthers game on Thursday night. Man, Demo the other night against Florida was something else. You saying Demko? You mean him getting hurt? I was referring to Birdie's take on Bear rather than Hughes. That makes sense. Some people said Boeser played a full year that year, but he didn't. Yes, that's true. What would you want in return for Boeser Clay? I know what I'd want. I want a good right shot D-man, but I'm not sure if we're getting that, but that's what I want. Would I ever trade Pettersson? Nope. Bruce did score his first goal on Rutherford, so there is beef. Very good, Rosero. It really looks like Boudreau doesn't care anymore. He doesn't even celebrate when we scored. I think he knows the writing's on the wall. Thoughts on what you may get for Shen? Yeah, I would love for us to resign him, but you know that there's a playoff team looking into Shen to beef up their chances. What would you get for Shen? He only makes $800,000, so maybe, I don't know. Do you get another roster player or a mid-round draft pick? I don't know. That's a good question. Lekaramaki and OEL as one to get rid of the contract. The sweetener. We'll see, Lil Hottie. We'll see. I don't want to give up on Lekaramaki yet. Angus, now Reinhardt got the puck. Okay, you're still talking about that goal, which, again, I still can't remember, but that's fine, Angus. You can keep talking about it, but other people can certainly react for sure. If the OEL trade never happened, how would the Canucks be right now? Mr. Joker, so hard to say, but they'd have $12 million in cap space, instead of being tied 12 million to Garland and OEL, and we'd have a player like Dylan Gunther in our system. Demko was so good against Florida. This team just would be ashamed of themselves when Demko got injured. Oh, should be ashamed of themselves. Yeah, he had to make 4 saves in the span of like 10 seconds. Dollywall said the surgery was his knee. Thank you, Rosario. If Martin gets hot and carries us to the postseason, do you trade Demko? Not yet. Not yet. There's nothing wrong with having 2 good goalies. Yeah, the top of the standings is weird in the NHL. New Jersey and Seattle among the teams. Come on, Clay fans, hit the like button. No, we're up to 56 likes now, which is good. And by the way, Angus, I wasn't dismissing. I appreciate you taking the time to type all that out. I just can't remember that goal. Yeah, I can't. Well, I kind of remember it now, but it's hard to piece the 4 messages together in a row. Luke Shen, Bester, the entire emo family for Adam Fox, and 8 first-round draft picks. Okay, so Shen, Bester, and the entire emo family. So me, Gil, Sean, Jacob, and Kayla for Adam Fox and 8 first. Oh no, forget New York totally wins that deal. Do we want Connor Bedard? Of course, but I don't want us to do it. Boudreaux looks like he doesn't care anymore. Yeah, someone else mentioned that, unless it was you, Jaskrin. Demko started off mint. I don't know what it's like though. Like he lost his confidence. Yeah, in that Florida game for sure, but he wasn't getting much help. Clay, do we have a management owner problem? Very possibly. It seems like they're not aligned on many things, including Rutherford calling out Boudreaux in the media, which is not great. How long before Podkolzin comes back? I actually don't know. Because you got Pearson coming back too, so you're going to have 1 or 2 healthy bodies in front of him. Go Seattle, win the cup. I don't say this word, but we know how Japan feels. Would I rather play on 10 same D pairings with Riley Steelman or damn D with an alligator? What the heck's a damn D? I don't know what that means, Peter. JT Miller says, I can't put it up there because for some reason it doesn't show up on my streaming platform, but it says, uses his member message to say Clay is better looking than Bradley Cooper. I do not disagree. Bradley Cooper is not the founder of the GLCPC. Thank you, JT Miller. What's the big vehicle they drive in the military? Submarine. Yes. Calling out your coach is a never good sign. I agree. I lie. Agrees with Japan 4. Patrick Alvin is better than Jim Benning. I think that's what you're saying. Canucks should trade Garland and some love for JT. Friends, we are already at 10 after 11, so that's about the 38, 39 minute mark. And then, okay, we'll just answer this one because it was a correction, and then we will wrap up this part of the show. Would you rather play on the same D pairing as Riley Steelman or dance with an alligator? No, as bad as Steelman is, I don't feel like getting eaten by an alligator, but good question, Peter. And Angel says, what's new with Clay? Studying, winding down my 8th course of my master's, going to a lot of Canucks games, vlogging, church, bowling, working, exercising, and getting ready for my trip to LA the week before Christmas. Friends, I'm going to wrap up here for this first part of the show. So I'll do my formal wrap up, and then you're welcome to stick around, and we're going to play those 3 games. And then the bonus of Sunday nights is you get 2 bad dad jokes. But for tonight, thank you everyone for being here. Moderators, thank you for your good work. It looks like you didn't have to do much, which is a good thing. Members, legendary Lucas Gates, legendary Justin Credible, legendary Andrew Chang. Thanks to all of you and everyone else for being here. I appreciate you. We have 2 new members, which is awesome. It looks like, so JT Miller, and Taylor Betts, they joined. So thank you. Coach Rob, thank you for gifting that membership to Taylor, and thank you, JT Miller, for joining on your own accord. And then Chris using his member message, monthly member message, franchise member, thoughts on Kyle Burrows being sat out. I don't like it. I know he had 1 bad game, but I still think he's more effective than Riley Steelman. But with Travis Dermott getting healthy too, maybe as early as tomorrow, I'll be interested to see if Dermott gets to play. So we will see what happens. So once again, thanks to everyone for being here. And what I'll do is tomorrow night, I'm going to play it by ear. It's a late start. It's a 7:30 start, not a 7 o'clock start. So I don't even know if I'm going to make it back for 11:30 to do a stream, let alone 11. I may do one from my office before I go home, but that's pretty late at 11 or 11:30. I'll just kind of play it by ear. and I'll let you guys know what's happening on the community tab if I'm able to stream tomorrow night. And then Canucks After Dark, because I'm at the game tomorrow, will be on Tuesday night instead. Okay, friends, thanks for being here. As always, on your way out, subscribe. Oh no, stick around if you want to play the games. Right after I do the outro, we will play the games. But otherwise, subscribe if you like to. Like this video if you like to. Leave a donation. Become a member. Upgrade your membership. Gift a membership if you like to. And continue to leave comments on the video. As always, I love the interaction on the channel. Stay safe. Oh yeah, I forgot to say thank you to my sponsors too. My primary sponsor, Advanced City Experts Real Estate, and my secondary sponsor, Perform and Transform, personal training and weight loss. Okay, for sure. Tomorrow night, stay tuned. I'm going to try and get to a stream by 11:30 for half an hour, whether it's at my work, at my office, on my way home, or whether it's at home itself. Now, for sure, stay safe, stay healthy, take care of yourselves, and take care of each other. And don't forget to stick around after this outro if you want to play the games. And I got to tell you, a sweater that I bought was picking up static electricity. So I returned it to the store. And thankfully, they gave me a new one, free of charge. God bless, and go Canucks go. Booyah. We are back. Not sure what you guys thought of that joke. I thought it was pretty funny, actually. I thought it was okay. Let's see. No, Japan 4. I can't do a live stream from the game tomorrow. That'll be crazy. Then I'll use up all my data, or I'll use their Wi-Fi, and then really, I've thought about it before, but then it will actually take away from my my enjoyment of the game. Yes, thank you, Rosero. I'm aware that all the games start at 7:30 late at home. And then it's weird. I think on Wednesday night when the Canucks play in San Jose, I believe that's a 7:30 start in San Jose, yes. So maybe San Jose has Wednesday nights as their late night. What was I talking about? It doesn't matter. Let's get to the games. So once again, if you've already Jasper, someone should donate Clay some money for him to pay for his data so he can stream at the game. No, I have unlimited data. I have a good plan. I'm not afraid to pay for it, but I think it would actually, I'm being selfish. It will take away from my enjoyment of the game, I think, a little bit. If when they win, do the live in the car after the game. I have actually thought about doing a live when I'm driving. Is that illegal? Like, I know, truly, I know you're not supposed to touch your phone. Obviously, you're not supposed to be watching your phone while driving. But what happens if I turn my phone on, I press go live, and then I start driving, and then I just drive, and once in a while I look at the phone. I used to do this. If you look up some of my old vlogs, I actually would record when I was driving, but I wouldn't live stream. Then I would edit it, I would upload it once I stopped. So you guys are saying that it's still distracted driving. And then Eli says the hockey guy does it. He does what? He live streams while he's driving? Huh? Yeah, I've thought about doing a quick live stream during the intermissions, but that's when I go out to the concourse and I meet people. Fernando, you couldn't look at chat or anything, but you could talk like you're on a phone call. Yeah, that's true. The hockey guy records his reaction. What do you mean? Like when he's at a game? Can someone else drive? Not if I'm alone. You could be able to drive. Yeah, Chris, that'd be tough though. She's not at the game. Chris, can you imagine? Gail, can you pick me up at Rogers Arena at 11 o'clock? Because I got a live stream on the way home. I love it. I love it. How much you want? It's my brother's birthday on Thursday, December 8th. Oh, that's awesome. I don't need anything. I'll greet Tristan on Thursday for sure. The hockey guy is a passenger though. Oh, I see. His wife drives. So sorry, hey guys, is this after Canucks games? Does he go to a lot of Canucks games? I have not seen him at a Canucks game yet this year. Okay, his wife films him or she drives. His wife is driving. Okay, so now everyone's telling me what the hockey guy does. I should watch more of his videos, I guess. It's distracted drive. Okay, look, you guys are awesome. You guys are all I'll get to the games in a second, you guys, but these are so funny. Chris, LL, Fernando, Gil would be pumped. What do you mean? She'd pump me and then punch me. Do a live stream with John and John. Hey, welcome back, Taylor. You're just missing some crazy. I'd be weary. Yes, and I know that you're in counterattack. I know that's not the same as distracted driving, but still. All right, this is pretty funny. These are really good, but we better get to the game. So as usual, if you've already played today, don't be a schmuck. Don't wreck it for anyone else. Just enjoy. And then she'd say, "Pick Clay up, booyah." It's funny, wife of the year. I tried to get Gail on the stream, but this is way too late for her. But I think if there's ever a game where she's with me and then we come home, yeah, I'm going to figure that out. We are going to figure that out. Yeah. Well, to finish that thought, we can come home and then she'll be, then she won't be ready for bed yet because we just walked in the door, and then I just make her sit down here and be on the stream. And then finally, check out Richard Cooper's channel, Entrepreneurs and Cars. He does that regularly in his McLaren. Oh, maybe that's what I'm missing is the McLaren. Okay, for real. Who is this? Actually, I don't mind the Horvat guest from Birdie. So, as you can see, the biggest tell is we got to get into the Eastern Conference now. But we did get it that he's a Canadian player. He's older than 27, and he's not a center. So let's get to the Eastern Conference. The Eastern Conference, who's not a center. No, can't be Crosby because he's a center. Jeff Carter is a center, I believe. We are looking for non-center. Spurgeon plays in the Western Conference as a defenseman for Minnesota, I still believe. Luke Glenfenning. I just don't think it's going to be him. So I'm not going to type that, Dominic. Who does Glendenning play for? Actually, if Glendenning does play for a Eastern Conference team, I will do it because I don't like to, and he is American, which is good. Oh, no, that's bad because we need a Canadian. So let's go with Mitch Marner, who's in the Eastern Conference. No, but Mitch Marner isn't older than 27. Adam Fox is too young. Stamkos. Isn't Stamkos a center? The player has a long neck. Yes, and a very straight neck. Look at it. Well, it depends. If this pitcher is looking straight, no, he's looking at us. So this player's right neck is very straight. One of the straightest right necks I've ever seen. I like Taylor Hall. Because he's not a center and he's Canadian. Let's do that. Okay. That was a good guess, actually. Because we know he's in the Metro Division because he's in the Eastern Conference. We knew that from the first one. And then we know that it's not in the Atlantic Division. So he's in the Metro. So this is the one with all the New York teams, Pittsburgh, Carolina, all those. And then we know he's Canadian and he's older than 31. So we are looking for an old player who's either right wing D or goalie from Canada who plays in the Metro. The Metro. So it can't be Marchand, who's in the Atlantic. Oh, Halak's a good one. Halak is a great one. No, Halak's, what am I talking about? It's got to be Canadian. Brock Nelson? Isn't Nelson, though, one of these center left wing? Let's see. Oh, and he's not even Canadian. That was a bad guess. That was my fault. Let's go with Letang. Letang's a decent guess because defenseman. Okay. Well, at least what we got from that one, you guys, is now we know it's a right winger or goalie because he's not center, left, or D. I just messed my keyboard up here. So now we're looking for a right winger or a goalie who plays in the Metro, who's Canadian, and who's either 32, 33, or 34. So again, we're looking in the Metro division. And it's not Pittsburgh, and it's not the Islanders. Could be a New Jersey Devil. Oh, Tristan Jarry. Oh, no. Jarry plays for Pittsburgh, right? It can't be Jarry because we just did a Pittsburgh guy. Bernier. Who does Bernier play for right now? Who does Jonathan Bernier play for right now? John Bernier. Oh, New Jersey. Okay, we better do it. Let's do it. I think we're right. Nice job. Nice job. That was Jaskrin, right? Great job. We took a little bit longer than usual, but we got it. Good job, Jaskrin. So we got Bernier down. Let's go to Gordo now. And we're looking for a 5-letter hockey name for Gordo. We are looking for a 5-letter hockey name. Hey, Sharms, nice to see you. Okay, the first one I see is Brown, which could be anyone. Jeff Brown, Dustin Brown. Okay, we got an O that goes somewhere, and then an N as the last letter. So not a bad start. Not a bad start. Not a bad start. So I'll take the next name I see that has the last letter of an N. And then it's got to have an O in the name as well. Mason. Mason from Jaskrin. Hey, Jamie, I'm good. Thank you. Okay, Jaskrin. Oh, no, Mills got it too. Very good. Steve Mason. Is that the Mason you're thinking about? Actually, I was going to say maybe Jaskrin. No, I've never, ever accused Jaskrin of cheating. He's just a smart guy. But yes, we had Mills, 89, and Jaskrin, same Mason, and Shannon, and Bertie. You guys are good. Yes, no, Mills. I'm very impressed, you guys. Nicely done. Done in 2. Look at that. That is pretty impressive. And then we will go with Wordle, which is non-hockey related. Wow, I'm impressed. You guys are so smart. You guys are smart. Okay, 5-letter word for Wordle. I'll start it off. I know everyone likes. No. Actually, I'll take it from you guys. Flower. Interesting. It gets 2 vowels out of there. Okay, so we know that there's an O in the middle, and we know that there's an R somewhere in the word, but not in the final letter. So I'll take another word that has O in the middle and R somewhere else. You can start with an R. Brown. Brown. Also a hockey name and a color. Okay, so we eliminated the B, the R, the W, and the N, and we know that the R either goes in the top spot now or the 4th spot. What else we got? Doors. Doors could work. Doors could work. Hey, great guess. Great guess, Bertie. Because we have the O in the right space and the R in the right space. And now the D is not here. So it's either here or here. Oh, can I do a guess? Yes. Bertie, you said it right. Nut Girl and Jaskrin and Fernando. This is the word I was thinking. And we are so smart. Look at us nailing a door. So I guess for Ordle, we usually get it in, what was it, 4. For Gordle, we usually get it in 3. And for Wordle, it looks like we usually get it in 4. So once again, a really good showing by all. You guys, I have to get going. I have to take care of something at home. All good. No, it's actually Sunday night's usually our garbage day, and I want to help my kids out doing it. Yeah, you guys are saying it's too easy. Like, you guys are very, very good. These games are too easy. Maybe we have to make them harder. No. I like it when we win, because then I feel bad if we didn't get it. So you guys, thanks for being here. If you were here from the very start, I appreciate you. Remember, tomorrow night I'm going to the game with Justin. So if I live stream, it'll be 11:30, and it'll likely be from my office if I don't think I can get home. But I'm so grateful that you were here tonight, and by being here to the very end, you actually get a second dad joke. So I'll do it again. Moderators, thank you. Members, thank you. Legendary Lucas Gates, legendary Justin Credible, legendary Andrew Chang, Hall of Fame franchise members. Thanks to all of you. And back from the early show, anyone who donated, became members, gifted memberships, still my appreciation goes out to you. But thanks for sticking with me. A full hour tonight, as always. And yes, Fernando, I look forward to seeing you at work tomorrow. And for everyone else, thanks for being here. And as always, hopefully I can see you tomorrow night, 11:30, either streaming from my office or from home. In the meantime, stay safe, stay healthy, take care of yourselves, and take care of each other. And JT Miller, thank you for the late donation. Choo-choo, the $2 donation. Thank you, JT Miller, and thank you for becoming a member tonight. You know, a little while ago, we had a Japanese gardener at our house, and he asked me what I knew about bonsai trees. So I said, very little. God bless, and go Canucks go. Booyah.